Welcome everybody to our spotlight series on suppliers in the profession. And today I've got the gentleman from APASI with me. Guys, go ahead and introduce yourselves. We'll start with Tim.
Well, good morning, Ryan. Thank you for having us on. My name is Tim Brashow. I am the owner and CEO of American Prearrangement Services, Inc., or APASI for short. We are joined today by our VP of Sales, Andrew Pavela, who was kind enough to join us from his humble abode out in Queen Creek, Arizona.
It's awesome. Look, we're all kind of got these makeshift offices right now as everybody is remote. So good deal. All right, well, let's get started. So, give us a little bit of background. APASI's Guaranteed Assurance Travel Plan is the oldest in North America. Is that correct?
Yeah, so we started back in 1994 is when we first started offering the travel protection plan back when it was part of a larger company. But we started off in the funeral industry and really thought that this was a perfect fit for a pre-need. And really from the early on, from the outset, one of the things we wanted to make sure was that we were able to insure the plan to give greater security and confidence to our members, and also to ensure that our coverage would always be there, even if a posse was not. So obviously, due to our industry experience and our longevity, we understand the trends and cycles with regards to utilization. Really better than anyone else. We are starting our 25th year in offering the travel plan, and we're really excited about all of that.
That's awesome. So, what makes your travel plan different than other travel plans that are out there?
Well, the thing that I think that really stands out, first and foremost, is we have no cap on our expenses or to limitations to the services that we offer. As long as our plan is active, APASI covers all the expenses associated with the return of our members to the location of a loved one's choice, not just the nearest airport or something that we take it. They choose a funeral home domestically, meaning North America. We return the body of their loved one to that location. And again, as long as our plan is active, we cover all the services that are associated with returning a member. Not limited to, but some of those services may include complete documentation, whether it be from a foreign country or somewhere domestically, all the transportation arrangements associated with that return, and including 5 death certificates for the family to have.
Wow, that's fantastic. And so, whenever we have these conversations about travel plans and assurance, what are like payment options, and that's always a part of the conversation.
Sure. We talked to our agents in the field. One of the things that they mentioned to us was that while they do enjoy the opportunity to offer it as a one-time payment, they thought that if we were able to offer some different options as far as being able to do that. And so what we decided to do was do a 12 and 24 month flexible payment option for them, something that really complements a pre-need, so that when they are meeting with a family, if it is something to where the one-time fee is a little too much for them at that particular time, that they could pay it over 12 and 24 months.
Yeah, it makes sense. We've had a lot of conversations lately about funeral payment plans, and we can have payment plans for absolutely anything and everything that we buy. So that makes complete sense. Now, you mentioned your agents in the field, and we talked a little bit about indirect sales. Like, what does that mean?
Well, indirect sales is, in my opinion, is something, that APASI was not active in past. They were direct sales and a competitor of our agents. And in a sense, so through continuous communication, with our resellers and agents and agencies, we responded to one of their concerns. And their concern was simply that anyone could go to their website and purchase a plan. Their website was not really a resource. It was basically a competition to them. So we responded and we heard what they had to do, and we redesigned our entire website, put in a dedicated agent portal where you have to sign in with an agent number, And now it's a tool for them to use in the field, or a resource, or if someone doesn't want to purchase right away, they could go home, take a look at it, learn more about us, see all of our benefits, but then have to go back to that agent because they can't purchase it. So again, by just listening, learning, trying to do what's best for our resellers, then we just came up with a website, like I said, that's just dedicated and purely just a tool for our resellers.
Love it. And so, I mean, at the end of the day, the consumer is the one that's your real client or customer, right? They're the ones that are receiving the benefits of what you're offering. And you guys had mentioned that you've saved consumers over $8 million in the last 15 years. Like, explain that and the value of saving that money for the consumer.
Sure. Yeah. So based on like I said before, based on the 2.5 decades that we've been in business, with our strong partnerships, we have so many pre-need insurance companies and trust companies, and the network of funeral homes that we work with, we are able to provide the highest levels of quality care to our members at the time of need. That also translates into comfort for families, knowing that we are able to manage the entire case and do everything possible to return their loved one just as quickly as possible. As you mentioned, through the sale of our memberships and our network, that we've been able to save families $8 million over the last 15 years. And so our agents and funeral directors that we work with recognize the value, and see the benefits to offering our plan, and the families that we have cared for during a very stressful and horrific time of losing a loved one that was traveling. They have been overwhelmingly pleased with the value and in our membership that we have been able to provide.
That's fantastic. And I think there's no better time than right now to have this conversation, as things are changing rapidly across the globe and in this space. So funeral homes that want to connect with you, what's the best way for them to make that happen and have this conversation to partner with you?
I would recommend that everyone just visits our website, and they could even schedule appointments with me on there to learn more about it, how they partner with us. But the main thing they should be doing is asking the company that provides them either their pre-arrangement insurance or their trust, and see if they are partnering with us. But I recommend they just go to apasiplan.com, which is just APASI plan.com. And if you're interested in learning more about our plan, go right on there, schedule an appointment. You could, it reaches me directly, and they could pick 3 times that are, convenient for them, and we'll schedule that.
I love it. All right, gentlemen. Well, thank you for carving out the time in your day to come on. I think this is an important conversation that needs to happen and needs to be at the forefront, especially given the time that we're in. So thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, Ryan. Thank you, and thank you to everyone at Connecting Directors.
Yeah. Thank you. Take care.
Here's me, Anna. My papa loved to travel, and we went everywhere. We had the best times and memories. Then heart failure took us by surprise. But our family wasn't burdened with the complicated arrangements or how expensive it would be to bring Papa home. Because we have pre-arrangements that included a travel plan by APASI. For less than a month's car payment, Papa had a lifetime guarantee he'd be returned home at no extra cost if something fatal happened to him anytime, anywhere in the world. Experienced assistance with no language barriers, even coordinated my return flight too. Being a member means peace of mind for life. Trust me, it's worth it. You and your loved ones should join now.